Hi everyone, it's Janis here with a new episode to help you build better daily structure and be in control of your life. Willpower is the ability to control yourself. Sometimes that means doing something that you know you should be doing, but you don't want to, like going for a run on a rainy day. And sometimes that means holding yourself back from doing the things that are not good for you, like ordering fast food and instead cooking at home. But willpower is a finite resource, and to learn more about it, let's take a look at the famous cookies and radishes experiment. If this is your first time on this channel, then make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon to get updates on my latest videos about time management and productivity. Also consider joining my free productivity mastermind group, where I do live coaching calls and live Q&As, where you have a chance to ask me any questions. In 1996, Roy Baumeister conducted the famous cookies and radishes experiment to better understand willpower. The experiment was set up in the following order. First, people would enter the first room, where they would be exposed to normal or tempting conditions. After that, participants would be brought into the second room, where the real experiment started. Here, they would have to solve seemingly possible, but actually impossible geometry equation. This part of the experiment was testing how long participants would be trying to solve it. So here is how the experiment went. When the first group entered the first room, it smelled of freshly baked chocolate cookies, and participants were teased even further by showing them the actual treats. But they were not allowed to eat cookies. Instead, they were presented and allowed to eat radishes. After some time, they were taken to the second room, where they had to solve the geometry equation. After that, second group of people were brought in a first room that smelled of freshly baked chocolate cookies, but this group was allowed to eat cookies. After enjoying that delicious treat, a second group was also taken to the second room to try to solve impossible geometry equation. In the end, the group that could eat cookies persisted for 19 minutes, and the ones who had resisted eating the cookies only persisted for 8 minutes. The group that had resisted eating chocolate chip cookies had depleted their willpower and therefore was able to try half as long compared to the group that hadn't exercised their willpower. This experiment goes to show that willpower is a finite resource, and once you exhaust it, you'll be struggling with making decisions. Longer you're exposed to temptation, more likely that you'll not be able to resist them and eventually give in. Imagine that you have a box of sweets on your kitchen table. For some time, you can resist them, but once your energy levels drop, you'll not be able to resist them and eventually dig in. Willpower is your mental energy. Therefore, you should only make important decisions when you have high levels of energy. If we look at the human energy patterns, we all have high levels of energy in the morning, and that's when we should make our most important decisions. Improving your willpower is all about little actions that gradually make you mentally stronger and more resistant. So let's take a look at some of the strategies that you can use to boost your willpower and strengthen your self-control. Number 1, manage stress. Stress is our invisible enemy that uses up our energy levels in the background while we don't even realize it. For us to protect our energy, we have to take preventative actions so that we don't accumulate any unnecessary stress. Stress often comes from situations that are out of control. If you make yourself impossible to-do list for a day, then you will feel stressed if you can't complete it. So when it comes to planning your workload, you have to train yourself to estimate how much time each activity will take so that you don't overplan. Number 2, be proactive. Being proactive means keeping your focus on the things that are important to you and not just doing fun things that you enjoy. It's about resisting temptation. We are bombarded every day with advertisements that try to sell us something, and we constantly get notifications that try to get us distracted. And the biggest distraction of all is our brain. It likes new things and it always comes up with new ideas that need to be explored. Sometimes I work on something important and I suddenly get another idea about new ways how to promote my content or grow my business. The key here is to realize that you are already working on the most important thing, and whatever comes in your mind is most often distractions. Now, you don't have to reject all these ideas, but you have to train yourself to simply write them down and schedule time to deal with them later. Once you do this, you'll become more productive because you'll be able to focus on the task at hand, and you will also be able to improve your willpower by resisting short-term distractions. Number 3, follow your plan. Another great strategy to exercise your willpower muscle is to plan your time and then stick with your planned schedule. This might seem like a simple thing to do, but in fact, it's not, because there will be always other things that will try to grab your attention. So try to create a plan that is challenging enough so that you'll feel good if you complete it, and realistic enough so that you can actually do it. Always make sure that you include buffer times into your schedule, and that will make it easier for you to actually stick with it. Number 4, control your finances. As humans, we love buying new stuff, and where there is temptation involved, we can use it to strengthen our willpower. I wouldn't suggest that you go to the shop and try to resist the temptation to buy something, as this might be really tough. The better approach and easier way would be to stop yourself from going to the casual shopping in the first place. We all need to buy necessities like food and clothes, but going to the shops just to check out new stuff will result in credit card debt. This way, you'll not just strengthen your willpower, but also make sure that your savings account will be in a better shape. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and by using these strategies, you'll be able to strengthen your willpower and improve your self-control. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, and if you're new to this channel, then type new in the comments below. If you want to learn how to set better goals, make better decisions, and build solid structure in your life, then check out my free Productivity Mastermind course to take your productivity to the next level. Also, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss my upcoming videos.